it's the end of May and a lot of things are in flower right now, so I thought it'd be fun to kind of document what's in the garden right now, although don't judge me because there's a lot of weeds and a lot of work to still be done, but there's so many pretty flowers and amazing things growing. This is pretty much a trial garden where we try so many different things, so many different herbs and vegetables and cut flowers. But let's start over here. The yarrow is in full bloom right now, and looks like we have some Indian pinks are in bloom, and then Shiso, which is a Japanese herb. You might have had that before. And Borage. I love Borage family plants so much, and I always come out here and eat the flowers because they taste like cucumber. I have some different mountain mints, anise hyssop, Elecampane, which gets really tall. It'll bloom here in a few weeks. Some groundnuts coming in nicely on the obelisk. I'm excited about this plant right here. It's Dyer's Chamomile. It produces like a very buttery yellow dye for, you know, textiles, wool, and all that kind of stuff. I haven't done that yet, but that's kind of on the list of things to experiment with. Oh look, a little Culver's root is coming in. We have a lot of just culinary herbs like lemongrass, oreganos, hyssop, different sages, thyme, toothache plant, basil, and more Borage family plants. These are Echiums. I am getting obsessed with Echiums. This one I think is Viper's bugloss, so it doesn't get super tall, but these have the most beautiful spikes of blue flowers, and I always look forward to those coming in. But right now what I really want to showcase are the poppies and larkspur. I'm trying just a bunch of different cultivars of poppies and other cut flowers, but I'm loving kind of this gradient of purples going into pinks and reds and then going into pink and purple. I come out every morning and kind of see what new blossoms have popped, and it gives me the little boost of joy first thing in the morning to come look at them. This whole bed is actually filled with flowers, but they'll kind of come in stages. So we have dahlias, cosmos, zinnias, amaranth, different vines that'll be coming in. And then we have cornflower over here mixed with kind of cooler tones like white poppies and Hungarian, I think it's Hungarian Blue poppies, which are an opium poppy, and then some cooler toned larkspur. Things are coming along, still a lot of work to do. Like I said, this is kind of where we experiment with a lot of stuff, so it's not super designed or anything. We're always changing things out. We're always finding things that do well here and things that don't do well here. But over here in our little, well actually these are fun little plants. We have rose scented geranium, spring blossom, lemon leaf coleus, which is a rare plant from Australia that smells just like lemon heads, the candy. Different types of mugwort, Japanese mugwort, common mugwort. The shade bed is coming in nicely. Trying out a bunch of different cultivars, foxgloves, delphiniums. Delphiniums have been my absolute favorite flower this year. Also some Alchemilla mollis, which is quintessentially an English garden plant. Myoga Ginger is coming in nicely, as well as my trial of Angelica. These aren't even all of the Angelica species that I'm trialing, but here we have archangelica, the common Angelica. I think this is stricta purpurea, which is a purple European Angelica, and this is filmy Angelica, which is actually native to here and kind of the northern range of the Appalachian Mountains. In Europe, these Angelicas can get like so tall, and I'm seeing how tall I can get these babies to grow. Also a bunch of calendula. I grow a bunch of that every year. Over here we have just a mix of vegetables and perennial flowers. Trying 2 tomatoes I haven't tried before. One is mochi. It's kind of new to the tomato market. It's supposedly has like a gummy texture like mochi, so I'm super pumped about that. And then a Polish tomato. Apparently these tomatoes can get like this big. In fact, I saw them because I got the seed from a guy when I was up in Minnesota, and he showed me the tomatoes, and they are ginormous. This looks like a bunch of weeds, but it's actually burdock. I'll just let it reseed, do its thing, and then in a few weeks I'll dig them up for the roots. And then these are just, you know, perennial flowers that we're trialing. These are more of like an ornamental yarrow. We saw the medicinal yarrow over there, but these kind of have beautiful summery pastel shades coming in. And next to the sea holly, which has these steely blue flowers, and those are coming in, and we love those. A bunch of summer berries coming in, raspberries, blackberries, just planted some golden raspberries. And then over here is a huge patch of marshmallow. It's been here for several years, so I'm gonna probably dig them up in the fall to harvest the root. And then I've interplanted a new crop of marshmallow, and I think those are the Erfurters, which is a German marshmallow, which supposedly has even more of that mucilaginous content in the root. So I'm excited about that, but I've got to let those babies grow for a few years. Behind me we have a bunch of stinging nettles, and then lemon balm over there. And then in this bed we have Bethany meadowsweet, which is about to bloom, and I'm really excited about using the flowers in the kitchen, and valerian. This is our bed of lavender. We have 3 different ones: Provence, Phenomenal, and Grosso. And Phenomenal, the ones back here, doesn't die back. It's always just reliable. But I also want to try other ones, and so for the past, you know, few years we've tried other ones. They all die. I mean, you can see this dieback on the Provence. So, you know, lavender, I wouldn't recommend ever going into the business of farming lavender in our region, but it is, you know, it's amazing to have your own little crop of lavender. And in a blind smell test, Grosso is my favorite, but it's also the one that we have the most issues with. It's kind of a small, petite lavender, but it smells absolutely amazing. Anyways, that's parts of the garden right now.